Hey, and welcome to Secrets of Stellar Health. My name is Sue Marguerite. I'm at Just Roll with Sue Marguerite on Facebook and Instagram. And this is my sister Mary.
Hi, I am at Stellar Health for Life. Sorry for the delay. I had a little bit of a technical difficulty. I was sitting here all ready to go with my drink, and what did I do? Spilled it all over the carpet. So I had to spend a little bit of time cleaning that up.
What are you drinking?
But I made a new one.
Oh,
This is my um, Shaklee Immunity Booster and the
oh.
energizing tea. I mixed them both together, added
Hmm.
a sweet little strawberry there, and I just love it.
Yeah, that's nice. I actually have mine. You can't see it, but they brought the peach back for the energizing tea. So I'm having the peach energizing tea. And also, too, I'm having my meal bar because I know you've made a delicious plate, or did you this morning of things? But
I did. So our topic today is um, all about heart health. We are in the month of February now, and Valentine's is coming up, and it is the year of the tiger. And from what I understand, heart disease is a paper tiger that does not need to exist. So that is why we are here today to talk about heart disease and how you can not only prevent it, but um, embrace your heart and do what you need to do in order to keep that very important muscle in your body strong.
well, Mary, I know you have a lot of experience with this. So for people that have not watched this before, can you give a little background to why you're so passionate about it and why you have so much experience with it and why you are, yeah, passionate about sharing it?
That's right. So heart disease can be a very personal. It can be very personal for some people because maybe you know somebody who has experienced heart issues or problems throughout their life. And for me, it is very personal because my husband Jay had a heart attack back in 2011. So ever since then, we have changed our diet. We have made some other changes within our life in order for that not to happen anymore. So, um, and heart disease is still one of the leading causes of death in America.
And it really doesn't have to be,
The
right?
leading
'Cause-
cause of death in America, but they say that 80% of heart attacks are preventable. So,
Mhm. And
so
it's
we're
all
here to talk about what you can do to prevent it. A lot of people
absolutely.
don't think about their heart, um, and it's the most important muscle in your body. So what are you doing in order to take care of it?
Mhm. And for my part, it's all about responsibility, right? And that's my role. ROLLR stands for respect, respecting your body, but also taking responsibility for it, right? It's your body, it's your health. So I that's where I really feel passionate about this too, is just taking responsibility for your health. And as we mentioned last week, we were talking about our APMs, the little exercises you can do throughout the day to keep
Mhm.
yourself flexible and fit. And we're going to talk today about how you can keep that muscle, your Valentine's muscle,
That's
strong and
right.
healthy as well. Mhm. So what have you
That's right. When you're
tried?
talking about responsibility, you need to take responsibility now before something happens to
Mhm.
prevent that, something from happening. I mean, Jay and I wish we knew back then what we know now. Isn't that always a real common saying? I wish I would have known
Right.
back then what I know now.
So what do you know now that you could share with people that's gonna, uh
What do I know now is that it's completely preventable through diet
Mhm.
and exercise, mostly diet. Diet is a huge thing.
Yeah.
And when you look around at how our country, many people eat, I mean, for example, there's new construction going up, in our town. But what is it? It's fast food places, so there's fast food places everywhere you look.
But are some of
And
the
I'm not
fast
saying that you can't choose something healthy from a fast food place, but
right.
um, it's very common for Americans to maybe not take the time to uh, you know think about what they're eating. That's why it's called fast food. We're very busy in our lives. So what do we want to do? We just want to quick get something to eat, because we're so busy.
Well, that brings up a really good point that I teach when I do my training is that taking responsibility means taking responsibility for preparing, making sure you're prepared, and making sure that you're cutting out those time wasters during your day so you can be more prepared with your diet, with your food. Like do meal planning, do meal prep so that you know what you're eating and you're not, going past the fast food and being like, oh, well, I have nothing for today. And kind of like an excuse saying, well, what am I going to do? I don't have anything ready. So I'm just going to do that, and go in and get some fast food.
In
And
other words, put it in your schedule, make it part of your daily lives. Mm-hmm.
absolutely. Make it an APM. Make it something that you become a habit of meal planning and prepping. So I know you've got some. What do you have for us today? Do you have I know we haven't had a chance to
Well,
talk much before.
it's mid-morning here. It's 10:15 in the morning.
Mhm.
So this morning for breakfast, Jay and I both had our uh, smoothies, powered by Shaklee. So we add kale and some berries and almond milk and chia, almond butter, some other things. So that's what we had for breakfast. And
Mhm.
now mid morning, that was about a couple hours ago. So mid morning, we usually get hungry again. So I made a kind of a healthy little plate here.
Mhm.
And so I have these are Wasa crackers.
Oh, yeah.
And
I know those.
inside I have peanut butter and almond butter. And then
Mhm.
I've got some apple slices, some carrots, some broccoli, some red peppers, and
Uh-huh.
then some hummus, a little bit of hummus inside this little container here. And I just put some sprouts on to make it look nice. But this is like my mid-morning snack. So I'm making sure that I'm incorporating vegetables.
Mhm.
Um, Even though it's mid-morning, a lot of people don't think about eating vegetables,
Right.
for maybe in the morning, but I love to have this in the morning. And this is going to hold me off till lunch.
And that's really you're not starving yourself either, right? So even do you know what I
No,
mean?
this is so filling. And
Right.
these little containers of
Mhm.
hummus are great because we bought them um, you can buy them at the store in bulk. There's
Mhm.
like, I don't know, at least 12 containers in a box.
Right.
And then these are great just to throw in your lunch box for,
Mhm.
when I'm going to school. I just throw this in my lunch box with a bunch of veggies. And that's what I have in my mid morning snack.
So in Hong Kong, people buy where I've lived for over 30 years, but now I'm back in the US. So in Hong Kong, people tend to go shopping every day to the market. So everything is always fresh and they eat rice with it. But it would always be like fresh fish, fresh meat, fresh vegetables every single day. So the refrigerators in Hong Kong are pretty small because you don't really need to keep a ton of stuff in there. Um, Obviously, in the US, we can't not that we can't do that every day, but it's not a people don't do that. They don't go shopping every single day for every meal because we're able to buy it. So my question is, how when you do your vegetables and things, are you actually cutting them up every morning? Or is it something where vegetables you can do on a Sunday and then keep them in your fridge for the whole week kind of thing?
Well, ideally, I do food prep on the weekends.
Mm, mhm.
Um, so then it's all ready for the week. So
Right.
yes, I peel the carrots, cut the carrots, clean the broccoli, and I create like a veggie tray all ready to go. So then
So
throughout the week, you just grab it out of the fridge and you have it all ready.
so how much time do you say you'd spend just giving people an idea of how you're going to set your schedule if you're going to take responsibility and take control back of your life? What would you recommend would be like a set time aside for shopping and then to meal prep? How much time does that take you and how much time does it save you during the week?
Well, I will be honest with you that there are many weeks that Jay and I
Hmm.
actually order our food from somebody in Las Vegas. She has a place called Heavenly Vegan in Las Vegas. So if anybody's ever in Las Vegas and you're looking for vegan, organic, wonderful foods,
Hmm.
look her up on Instagram. Heavenly Vegan. She's wonderful. Her name is Maximina. So, I mean, there are times when we rely on her and we go over on Sundays to pick up our food
Hmm.
for the week. And it's great because it's all done for us. And I just grab something and it's ready to go. But on the weeks that we do not order from her, then it's definitely thinking on the weekends, making a list of recipes I want to make, things that we
Hmm.
need to prepare for the week.
Right. I mean, because I would think, okay, so I think a lot of you know that I'm completely opposite to Mary and Jay. I tend to struggle with organization and time management and making time. That's why I'm asking all these questions. Time in my
Mm,
day to do this. But I am very clear on how much time I save by not having to literally 10 minutes thinking, what am I going to have for lunch today? Because I'm just not ready. The amount of time you save by meal prepping and money that you save by not
mhm,
having to, I mean, there have been times at work when it's been like, I'm just so not prepared. So I have got to spend extra for the delivery fee, for the tax, for the tip,
mhm,
for all this stuff. And it, I think a lot of us fall into that trap. And we don't really want to think about how much money we're spending at the Starbucks, at the fast food, at even a
mhm,
healthy place. Whereas if you were to plan it, so I think that's something that has to go into our little guidebook, Mary. We're actually working on a guidebook, Secrets to Stellar Heart Health, and we're going to have in it recipes. We're going to have in it tips for taking responsibility, taking control of your time back, and improving your health with things that you like, not starving yourself, and really making a difference. And to that end, Mary, I wanted to just mention
mhm.
real quick about I know you said that in addition to doing all this, and everybody knows we're big fans of Shaklee, that you do supplement as well.
Absolutely. Every morning I take my multivitamin, my omegas, calcium supplement, and
Right.
there's
And
the
those,
vitalizer.
yeah, and
I
this
don't
this
take the vitalizer, but the vitalizer has in it everything I take anyway.
well, that's the thing. I mean, I just want to show everybody, these are little packs, and if you are running out of time, check these out. Ask us. These are
Mhm,
called this is the Women's Vitalizer. And in it, it's got your multivitamin, it's got your B and C, that one. It's got your I can't remember the name now. It's blanking, but it's the omega, and then it's also for the eyes. Corrado E Omega. Okay, the
mhm.
Corrado E Omega, and it's got a probiotic there as well. Makes it super simple to just take these on the road and always make sure you get them. But there are certain things specifically, I remember you said for heart health, right?
There is. Shaklee has the cholesterol reducing bundle,
Oh,
and then they also have the blood pressure um, reducing bundle. So there's like 3 products in the bundle for each one. So if reducing your cholesterol is something that you're working on, definitely you want to look at those products or lowering your blood pressure.
mm-hmm,
And then Shaklee also has CoQ10,
mm-hmm.
which Jay takes. Um, so after Jay had a heart attack, they wanted to put him on what is known as the Fab Five, which are, you know, pharmaceuticals. And he started taking them, and it just made him feel terrible, like just really, really bad. Um, and here, these are things that are supposed to, you know, help you. But so he really was adamant on getting off those pharmaceuticals, and he did. So we're really, proud of him for being able to do that. And so now he takes beet juice or powder, like a drink in the morning, takes CoQ10, he takes turmeric, omega 3s. We both take a probiotic. and we stick to a plant-based diet.
Right, say those again, because I'm going to forget, and I want to put these in the beet juice,
Beet
turmeric.
juice / powder.
Okay.
It actually comes in powder form. So he
Okay.
basically makes like a beet drink out of it every
Mine
morning.
was super beats.
It's called Super Beets,
Super
by the
beets.
way.
Okay.
Super Beets.
Super beets.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then he takes CoQ10,
CoQ10.
which Shaklee has.
Mm-hmm.
Turmeric, which Shaklee is, it's another product by Shaklee.
Yep.
Omega 3s, which also Shaklee provides.
Mm-hmm.
And Shaklee has a plant-based omega as well as the fish
That's right.
omegas.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Omegas.
And then we both take a probiotic.
Got that.
Shaklee also has a wonderful probiotic.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, we just stick to a plant-based diet. So really, what you need to be striving for every time you eat is half of your plate should be vegetables.
Mm-hmm.
A quarter of your plate fruits, and then the other quarter whole grains.
So
Whole grains, proteins.
right. So in the protein department, then I'm guessing peanut butter and different things like that, nut butters.
We do eat, I love peanut butter and almond butter. So we do eat a lot of nuts, sunflowers, whole almonds,
Right.
walnuts. And
Almond
then
milk.
we eat a lot of beans.
Yeah. Oh, right. Do you use?
Quinoa, which is a wonderful high protein grain.
Okay.
Lentils.
Do you use almond flour when you're at all, or do you not do a lot of baking then? Or you?
Yes. I have used almond flour. As a matter of fact, I'm making my bars later today. They're made with walnuts and almond flour and a nut butter.
Mm-hmm.
It's really good.
Well, so I asked that because again, I like my chocolate chip cookies every once in a while,
Mm-hmm.
and I would make them as usual with plain flour. And then I tried one at our friend Amaret's house, and her sister-in-law made them, and I thought these are wonderful. They're so good. She's like, "Yeah, Trader Joe's almond flour in the back of the bag. They have a recipe for chocolate chips." And when I looked at it, I thought, "Wow, they were using like vegan butter. They're using almond flour. They were using, I think I can't remember exactly the ingredients, but they were surprisingly healthy, yet the taste was phenomenal. They were really good. So even if you're thinking like, I can't go like completely vegan or completely
Right. That you can
plant-based.
substitute some of the typical ingredients for
Right.
plant-based.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
And flour is a big one. I mean, white
Mm-hmm.
refined flour is a big one to kind of stay away from or not use as much of. So that was, really good to find that was an option. Mhm.
Right.
And so I know we've talked about this before, but Jay did start with the Fab Five, and now he's down to. And how long did it take him to get down to just the one, right?
Right. Jay, how long did it take you before you had to stop those medications?
I think the last one that they kept me on the longest was the ACE prohibitor one, and I was on it for 2 years.
Yeah. After he was only on, he said there was one last one that they wanted to keep him on, which was an ACE inhibitor.
Okay.
And so after his heart attack, he was on that for about 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, his heart attack was back in 2011, and it's already 2022. So, and
Yeah.
he has gone to his heart doctor. Every year he has a checkup, and excellent report. I mean, his heart doctor just says, whatever you're doing, keep it up because you've got an excellent report.
Yeah, that is
So his numbers are really good.
heartwarming to know.
And he goes to a lipidologist who actually, it studies your blood, is a specialist in blood. So they look at his blood and they're able to tell him, do you have, what are they called, Jay? They're either big or small lipids within your blood.
Okay.
And you
Lipid
want,
particles.
yeah, do you want the big ones or the little ones?
You want the small one.
You want the small ones.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
What? Hang on.
The small ones slip by, the small LDLs slip by the HDLs, so that's the ones that clog up your pores. So you don't want too many of the small ones.
You don't want too many of the small ones, he says, because those are the ones that slip by and start.
The HDLs, which are the sponges.
They slip by the HDLs, which are the sponges.
Mm.
And the small little particles are the ones that build up and cause clogging,
Clogging of the arteries. Okay.
plaque buildup.
Yeah.
So, so you don't want the small ones. So when you go to a lipidologist, they're able to tell you how many small ones you have, how many big ones you have. So his report is good.
Yeah. That's awesome. And I'm so glad you guys are willing to share this with other people, because
Well, and you know, when you have a loved one who goes through something like that,
Mhm.
you have to educate yourself, and you have to get on board with that person and learn what you can with them on how to prevent it and stop it and do what you can to make changes. So,
Yeah.
I mean, if I wouldn't have made changes, it would have been really hard for him to make changes. But because
Right.
we did it together,
Mhm.
you know, it just makes it all that more better.
Yeah. Mary, that is, I mean, that is amazing. Like, to have done that as a team. I'm gonna get all emotional. But it is February, the heart month. And I
That's
mean
right. And he's the love of my life.
that's gonna be the picture they choose for the thumbnail. It's gonna be like but But yeah, I think that's just and that is why that I think you are passionate about it. And from my perspective, I have never gone through something like that, but knowing what you guys went through and knowing how important it is to take responsibility for your health, because to me it's all about not just taking responsibility, but having your autonomy over your body and your life. Because nothing is worse, I'm sure, Jay, you'd agree, going there and having somebody tell you, you have to do this, you have to do this. We're taking
Right.
away your right over your body, making you
That's
feel
right.
worse. And then we're going to give you, it's like a vicious cycle, it seems
Right.
like. And
Right.
it makes me angry on behalf of people that I hear about, especially like now at work, when I go to work and they're like, yeah, I've got this problem and that problem, and then I've got this, and then this. It's just, yeah, especially coming from a place like Hong Kong, where I said everybody, for the most part, it's not like disease doesn't exist there, but
Mhm.
they live so much more healthier. And the products that you get that are not American made, with the GMOs and all the different kinds of
Mhm.
things, you notice a difference. Like when I come back
Mhm.
here, I notice a difference if I'm eating more American processed things, for sure. So, yeah.
Right. And you know, it just feels good. It feels good to feel good. It feels good to feel well. Um, and it's fun. I mean, I
Mhm.
have, gathered some really great recipes along the way that are tried and true for us, that we eat continually. And um, it's just fun to, like I said, it makes you feel good.
Yeah. And Mary, I want to
And
mention
we
too.
have so much more energy. I mean, back when Jay, before he had his heart attack, he would come home and literally just sit in his chair and sleep. He'd be tired. Now
Mhm.
we have so much energy.
Yeah.
We just want to get out, explore, be outside.
Yeah. I know you guys do a lot of hiking, biking, traveling. I mean, enjoying life, because that's what we're here for. I mean, is to enjoy it. And that's another thing too. I think a lot of people are resigned to the fact that, well, I'm old. I mean, how many times do you hear that? I'm just getting old, so I can expect that my life is going to be absolute crap, and I'm not going to be able to play with my grandkids or play with my kids or travel or do anything I want to do, because that's just the way it is. And I'm glad that we are now working on our Secrets to Stellar Health Heart book, because I think it's really important to have different sections about supporting people, your loved ones that have it, making those changes, helping them through recipes,
And
incorporating
moving into, as you age, moving into those years,
mm,
you know, on the right foot, moving into those years being healthy.
yeah, rolling into those years.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
So respecting your body, keeping an open mind, listening to your body, and learning.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. It's so easy to roll applies to every aspect of your life. It really does. When you can look at life from respect, as you said, responsibility and rules as well. Um, yeah, keeping that open mind, optimal outcomes. That's what we're after.
That's
Yeah,
right.
listening and learning.
So
So,
I'm rolling with it today, Sue. Look what I'm sitting on.
oh, awesome.
I'm rolling as we're talking.
Yes, yeah, and actually, I've been sitting here rolling my ankles, again, some of our APMs, and we are going to be including in our book that's gonna be available soon. I finished my training now. I've been working on some training. It's now been passed off to be, getting some feedback on it. Working on so many different things, but now I'll be able to devote the time to working towards our, book, our little guidebook for
Mhm.
secrets to, stellar heart health.
That's right. I wanted to also mention something else since it's, February and
Mhm.
Valentine's Day and Heart Health Month. Uh, when it comes to fitness, Jay and I have so much fun together as we are finding ways to stay fit. So just the other night, we got out our exercise mats on the living room floor here, and we were doing like our yoga poses and our stretches, and it was just so fun to do it together,
Mhm.
and just makes you feel so good.
So so I have to ask is, because I've seen so many, like, Instagram reels or stories, whatever they are, and, like, where you're kind of doing the flying thing and Jay holds you up, and do you ever do any of those?
No, but maybe I'll suggest that for our next time we do it. Maybe
Yeah,
today.
yeah, like, when you're little and you kinda, like, um
Right.
yeah.
Right.
Mhm.
Airplane.
Yes. Yeah, airplane. The Dirty Dancing move, but, like, on your yeah. But anyway,
Right.
well, we now have probably gone way past our 20 minutes, but it's so wonderful to talk to you and, you know, share with you all what we're up to and some tips. We are working on a little guidebook that we're going to be making available, Secrets to Stellar Heart Health again,
Mhm.
and all of
That's
Mary's
right.
great tips.
And like I said, I really enjoy our time, Sue, that we do this. And I love to share what Jay and I have learned about staying healthy.
Mhm.
And um, so that's what it's all about.
That's what it's all about.
Sharing what you know.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm going to let you go enjoy that, and I'm going to get on to working more on our little book. And we will see everybody next week when it is still Heart Health Month. So we're going to probably work in something. What should we do next week? Something about the heart. Maybe we can work in our APMs and I'll have more done in the book and we can go through a little bit of that and talk more about how to either for yourself or support for a loved one and how you can support them in in better health, stellar health.
That's right. And maybe next time I can share a few recipes,
Yeah, let's do that
heart
because I know
healthy recipes.
I've started that section. I've already got a lot of those recipes down. So, and I'd
Um,
like to learn some of those. And also, let's talk about that scheduling. I need really help with that, like getting it in the schedule for meal prep and yeah, meal prep and meal planning.
well, and everybody's work schedule is different. I'm fortunate enough to have Fridays off. So
Mm,
Fridays are always a great day for me to sit down, plan a week in terms of food. And I start prepping on weekends and making things to
yeah,
have on hand.
yeah,
And when it comes to prepping, not only having your vegetables cleaned and ready to go, but chopping up the onions, chopping up the garlic, all ready to go when you get home. Throw some stuff in a pan and have a stir fry.
Yeah. Right. Well, okay, before we really go, because we probably do have to go, I could chat all day with you, but I've got to ask you, you're in Arizona. You're wearing a big fluffy coat.
Oh,
The
I
fireplace
know.
is going. I'm like, what is going on?
That's so funny. Well, it has really been cold the last couple of days. Like yesterday, the high was like probably 44, and
That's
the day
cold.
before, like 43. Today, I think it's going to warm up like 53 or something, but that's cold for us.
Well, because you don't have heat in the house, do you? Do you have like central heat? I
Oh,
wouldn't
yeah,
think.
we do.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Hmm. I
Yeah.
kind of did this for atmosphere. And when I'm just, I mean, I'm not exercising or anything right now. So when I'm at home and I'm on my computer or something, I tend to get a little chilly. So
Yeah.
it's so nice and cozy.
Well, remember your APMs, remember your actions per minute, and keep the blood flowing. And
That's right.
with that note, we will be back next week with Secrets to Stellar Health. Again, going to be focusing on our heart health, getting our little guidebook ready for y'all. And we will see you next week.
That's right.
All right. Have a great day, Mary.
All right. Until next time.
Till next week. Bye.
Bye.